They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not...
Get a couple up to the 49. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one caught by Ross Dwelling. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackle it. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
To throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on third down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On the return is Pettis. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Cardinals 0.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And boy, that one dropped. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Because I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
1st down, Cardinals.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
the gun now on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. DJ Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A 10-play drive that time. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First half is winding down, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Is good.
Gould able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. 30-24 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And quite a bit of razzle-dazzle and electricity on that return. It goes for 97 yards. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Byron
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
He was taken down behind.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Cardinals 14.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The football going back over to Arizona now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play.
And a Cardinal first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 29. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. From 13 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now here's a throw that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. From the 35, back to work on second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
56, Mike, 56, Mike.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 49ers' 4-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. he's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it winds up at a touchdown for Arizona. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on clock.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. On second down now, it's Coleman. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Third and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. First time would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Back to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be third down.
And it brings up third.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in a big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off at the 36. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A gain of 3.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He finds Coleman. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Coleman.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
For a 49er 1st down.
And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
The previous play is under review.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
The pass.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Uses the stiff arm. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DJ Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Is third down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
Touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Offense.
Are you serious?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they can't bring him down. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this throw caught left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
To number 2. 12 yards on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
3-yard line.
Here's Coleman. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for San Francisco, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.